There's a new digital era. They can call it the digital gold rush that is taking place. This segment is in a portion that I teach weekly in a private group. So enjoy this. This is really studying history to see what the future is and what's relevant today as far as like business models and how to be able to capitalize on the things that are coming out. And if you guys can tell, these eras are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So enjoy, watch to the very end. We break everything down from the different ages and what is the new era that is arising and that is relevant today. Hope y'all enjoyed. Tap, hit the sub. Let me know if you guys have questions around this topic. I love to be able to study. So enjoy the training. Let me just break each one down. The industrial age. This was like what? The Rockefeller, right? Um, and and then you got the Fords. Okay. I wonder when Henry Ford actually, see, yeah. These are like, I think these are all like in the 1800s era. Fords, right? Henry Ford. Let me put this. And I'll tell you guys why we're studying history. Um, I like prophecy, but I also like studying history. So we look at Rockefeller, Henry Ford's. These were the people that had wealth in that time. Wealth was really based on the resources they had and access to the machinery they had in order to buy. Okay, to buy. For example, these big machines. And I think about this because, you know, when I was actually, and it kind of interests me, when I was researching a lot of this stuff, it really opened up my mind on, okay, back then you had to really be born into it in order to really get access. Okay, you have to be born into it. And that's what it reminded me of. Like these big machineries, you'd have to get a loan from the bank if they allow you to get a loan, if they didn't have it. And then after that, you had to build off the idea. So it doesn't matter if you were good or you had a great idea, you barely had access to resources back then. So this is what they got wealthy with. That's like the Rockefellers, the Henry Fords. Okay. Now, the distribution age, what is this age? This is access to like radio, right? Television in whatever form they had it then. This was the distribution age. And when I think about the distribution age, you again, excuse me, had to have access to this stuff. And it was expensive. It wasn't like we can afford a camera today. Like anybody can now get a laptop, start a YouTube channel, and they can start distributing their content. You can get a phone. Everyone has a phone. Before, it wasn't that easy to get on radio. Before, it wasn't that easy to get on television. You needed what? Connections to people that had access to these things to stream and distribute across these different distribution channels, whether it was television or radio. You had to have connections. You have to know the people, and you had to have access to the people that can actually distribute it and the equipment. Today, anyone has a phone. Anyone can get on TikTok. You could be a really good content creator and be able, but back then you weren't. Okay. Distribution age. Distribution age. And then you got to the tech age, right? When I think about the technology age, um, technology age, what exactly are we looking at? Let's start it. Computers, okay? Different machinery. You still had an idea for a company, and these are when like computers were just starting to get built and tested. Now you have access to tech. And this time, again, it wasn't as affordable. Right? Like if you had a computer or any type of machinery to produce whatever the business idea was to get wealth, because we know in the test of time, business is one of the vehicles that creates wealth. You want to create wealth, business is the vehicle. From age to age to age, from season to season, no matter what in history, if you did business, it was the vehicle to create wealth. Technology age. Technology age. So computers, machinery, anything that had to do with technology that was just getting developed that you had access to start building things. When did Sam Walton, let me see, start Walmart? 1962. I love this. So 1962, what Sam Walton did was he got into this place where he started to build his own tech so that he can do inventory management for Walmart and grow it and expand it. What was the tech? Inventory management. He had access to the developers and the machinery and the tech to be able to build something. So when one product sold, they knew to reorder it, right? Again, there's resources. You needed access to finances and specific connections to get access to this stuff. This is how they build wealth during that era. All right. Now the information age. What is the information age? I believe this is where the internet was really starting to launch. Okay. In this era, this is where it started to get discovered. And I believe it started in the 80s, but it started to really gain traction. I mean, we remember AOL dial-up where no one could talk on the phone while somebody's on the internet. If you had access to the information, you had the ability to get wealthy because there's people that were even going into the 2000s, right? Early 2000s, you'll kind of see how it started to evolve and like people getting access to the information. Internet. If you had access to the internet, your ability to gain wealth and build business on that was massive. Okay. Now, the tech education age. What is this? Let me see when Google. I'm getting a lot of revelation. Information age also, here's an example of a company that got rich launching in the information age. Google got founded it says in 96. The first version of Google was released in August 1996 on the Stanford website. It used nearly half of Stanford's entire network bandwidth. Wow. And here we are today with Google. I Googled just to figure out when Google got started. I mean, here we are, 20 plus years later, a company that got extremely wealthy from being the first of its kind during the information age. Here's the tech education age. What is this? Now you could see a lot of these Silicon Valley and educating people that started educating in specific industries. This is the tech and education age where you're actually stacking technology and educating people through that. Okay. Tech education. And this is where, like, if you're able to distribute the information out there, leveraging the technology and educating people around that. A lot of people started to get wealthy around this. This was from 03 to 08. Let me give you guys an example. What started in the middle of all this? Facebook. Facebook started in 2004. Okay. He launched it it was called the Facebook. It used the power of tech, software, and a place where you can be on a platform that distributed education and educated people, or you could even say education / educate, or maybe let me actually do this. Edutainment. I think that's such a better word. I'm getting that revelation. Because anyone that wants to get educated or get entertained, these are the platforms that grew during this time. Okay. Y'all getting excited at this? This is fire right here. This is a fresh Rema because it gives us strategy on studying history, okay? And knowing where we're going and why people are making decisions today and how you should be making decisions for your business, your life, and also giving everyone clarity of the eras we've gone through and how we could take actual case studies of people that got wealthy through it. Here's another one. Okay. What is the partnership age? This is good right here. This is when, let me see when they launched. They launched, oh yeah, this is where it changed. Apple App Store. Okay. They launched, it says July 10th, 2008. So they launched in 2008. This is the partnership age where it's like, hey, we're going to build the platform and you partner with us on that platform and we get a percentage of all your sales. I think Apple takes 15 to maybe even up to 30%, depending on whatever you guys use. Don't quote me on that, but it's a pretty good chunk. Okay. I'm getting a lot of interesting revelations now. I got to study Amazon's chart because I'm thinking about it, and Amazon blew up also around this time because it was like, hey, why don't you partner with us? Any company that built a platform that allows you to partner with them has gained massive wealth through the partnership age. Okay. And you'll see a lot of these platforms started to build like, hey, partner with this, partner with that. And that's where a lot of companies are going. You'll see this in how people have leveraged software and tech to partner up with the people and and people that are building businesses in the economy. This was the partnership age. You get a percentage of people coming onto your platform and you get a percentage of whatever they sell. That's what Amazon does. It's called AWS. So Amazon takes 15%. Okay. It's called Amazon Web Service. Everything. If I sold $100,000 worth of products on Amazon, they would take $15,000 of my $100,000 minimum just off the Amazon Web Services. Again, the partnership age, right? Now, what's the last one? It got launched around 02. Let me see. They might have been doing a lot of stuff before, but it started to go really like mainstream. It's the power of AI. It's the AI age, artificial intelligence. And this is where we're going. It's only the beginning. I can only imagine what AI is going to look like in 2030. If they're already and that's another reason why I'm all in on software, because it's going to be so lean to build a company off software leveraging AI and businesses. I think it's scary. You know what? Maybe the word scary isn't the best word, but we can't stop it. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but the very the very discovery in every age, think about this. In every age, the new innovation in every age as we're studying this, the newest innovation is the one that took out the innovation from the previous age. Okay? Hopefully that kind of makes sense. So whatever was like, okay, let's go from like right here, industrial age. You had to have access again to the different machinery in order to build a car, right? So you needed machinery, and only people that had access to the machinery. It doesn't matter if you had the idea for a car. If you don't have the resources, you can't get it. Today, we can get resources for ideas fast, quick. And then when you got to distribution, it was about, and I think about this, it's the business that wins. This is still a timeless piece today. The business that wins is the business that has the most attention. It's not even the best product. You can have the best product, but the business that wins in all of time is the one that has the most attention. So you could have had like the best car, but there was a competition that was better than you at getting attention and making noise. Okay. And then one led to another, that led to another, that led to another. Yes, others complemented, but you'll see this over time how it continues to grow. And now we're in the AI age. And I believe, and I might even put like AI, I kind of AI software, if I were to really go a little deeper. And this is where you're starting to see what the white labels. You're gonna start to see like I see the no code being like something, no code SaaS. right? I see the even software as a service. I just see that this is like this is it. People are paying instead of just paying VAs working 4, 5, 8 hours a day. They'll just pay some an AI or any type of tech or solution that can solve their problem instead of hiring highly edited thumbnail editors. I'm sure there's going to be AI software that's going to pump out the best based on the algorithm of where you're posting it. If it's YouTube, it's going to take all that data. You just do the input, and the output will be like tons, and then it'll rank it based on what they think the best clicks are going to be. Welcome to AI and software. So it's going to take out these people that are producing that. We already see that low key with editing in a way too. Like you don't have to be the best editor, but there's stuff now. Is it saying that's going to take out editors? No, I don't think it's going to take out the creativity of editors. I think it's just going to dramatically expand the workflow, or it's going to allow like one man teams to what usually would take 10 people can only be done with 1 or 2 people, leveraging the power of AI and software. So I don't think it's going to completely replace people, but it means that we have tech that's going to be able to expand quicker with less people. So companies are going to be building lean, and it's going to be the most innovative now because again, we have access to all this stuff. For $15 a month, you can get access to like something that cuts your stuff. For $25 a month, you get access to, like we can get access to these things quick. So it's the person that continues to adapt. And I'll tell you guys the era we're in when it comes to content. Content is no longer king today. You guys want to know what's king when it comes to content? Content distribution is king. Meaning, the more you distribute, the more you're able to get known. It's a matter of how much content you can distribute daily and weekly in your business to drown out all the noise. There is no there's no saturation. I don't believe in saturation. Like, oh, that niche or that marketplace is saturated. I don't believe in that. What I do know is you can come in a fresh brand but there is a lack of good content in the space. It might be saturated with content, but it is not saturated with good content. Take that framework, okay? Bring that to your clients, bring that to your business. Because people are like, oh, it's saturated. It's not, and you say this, no, it might seem saturated. You might think it's saturated, but it's not saturated. The market's not saturated with good content. So now it doesn't just become about content distribution, it becomes about good content distribution. You guys see how it continues to level up? The person that can have the most attention or the business will win. Now, this is everything we learned here. This is nothing new under this. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay. This is stuff that I've learned. I've listened to several podcasts, read several books, and this continues to just Rema and me. And why? Because I want to know how to adapt with where I don't want to be ignorant to like what's actually happening today and where we're going. So awesome, y'all. I want to open up the floor for some Q&As if you guys have any. Hopefully this gave y'all some clarity. Let me, everyone here that's live, give you guys access to this. Then you guys can go meditate on this. Write articles around it. This might even be my Fruitful Friday talk today, and then I'm gonna get them to like now join my continuity program so you can get up to date stuff. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see if I actually drop it this week. But yeah, this is where we're at. How many ages is this? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Interesting. If you guys noticed, every age gets shorter and shorter. Right? 03. Well, I mean, this one's 5. This one's about, but you can kind of already see how like this, these are long periods. And there might be something in between this and this partnership age. I think if we did some more research, you could see how like the shift, like I can even go into like the, what is it? Like the coaching info, right? Era, and how people got wealthy off that. So there's a lot that we can even just breaking down from 08 to 2022. I think I can do a whole nother teaching because I did a teaching where in like 2016, 2017, marketing agencies were popping, right? You see a lot of marketing agency millionaires. Then you go to 2018, 2019 to 2020. That's where you see also the ecom. You see a lot of ecom millionaires, right? They use Shopify. By the way, Tim Ferriss, the 4 Hour Work Week, in 2011, he launched he was sharing in his book. In 2011 was when he first heard about Shopify, and he became one of the first investors into Shopify. I can only imagine what the evaluation is today off whatever investment he did. But the reason why Shopify was so successful is because of the drag and drop features. That's your modern day ClickFunnels, your modern day Go High Level, your modern day drag and drop Webflow, WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, Shopify. Like you didn't have to be a coder to become an e-com millionaire. You didn't have to code. All these e-com millionaires you see on YouTube that did drop shipping and all that stuff, they just learned how to drag and drop and they learned marketing skills, but they didn't have any like coding skills, right? Some might have did like coding because they wanted to customize their stuff, but it was very, very minimal. You didn't really have to make millions. And then you go from the 2019 to 2022 era, and you see all the education space, the people selling courses, digital course millionaires. Now what are we looking at? It's going to be AI software millionaires. This is the next era, y'all. This is why you have to adapt. We can't just stay in one place. Yes, it's great to start, make some great income, but how can I use tech and the news? How can I use all these new waves? Because it's shifting, y'all. It's shifting pretty much daily. It's moving quick. So it's our ability to just adapt and just know what's actually going on in the marketplace. Cool. Awesome. Like people can be like somebody from like 03 all the way to 2023, 20 years. They can still be in the real estate space. They can still be in the credit space. They can still be in whatever niche, the restaurant industry. But if you, depending on the type of income, the lifestyle you want, you have to move according to the times and the ages where you're able to set yourself up to produce wealth. Everyone's going to be different. I'm not saying people to jump different industries. I'm saying that how can you adapt in the industry you're in based on the age that we live? We're going to start to see companies launch AI and software based on whatever industry they're in. If I was a restaurant owner, I had a great POS system, I'd go sell other restaurant owners and startups and maybe in consulting packages on, and maybe a whole YouTube channel on with the best tools and resources to get restaurants started. I'll give that all for free, have them buy my software and compare different softwares on why that's better. Like that's how you build wealth in the restaurant industry instead of trying to go 100 nationwide and you're trying to become like a franchise. You can scale in a totally different way and tap into many industries to build wealth, leveraging the AI and software age. That's what I'm doing. I told myself I'm not going to build a restaurant type of business. That's a level 10. Not saying that building a software company is easy, but it's easier as far as having to prep, right? You're pretty much working just as hard for both, except one's going to make way, 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 way more profit than the other. You sell a restaurant versus selling a software company and the leverage it has. So when I look at business models, I look at the leverage that it's going to produce for me long term. And I think that's what a lot of people want nowadays. And that's what people are looking for. And really how we can all produce wealth through it. Last things, these last few minutes, I dropped the doc. Hopefully you guys got access. It should be shareable. So you guys can save it, look into it, copy it, build your own stuff around it, meditate on it.